Here comes Mr. Nobody walking down the...
Hey everybody, so I'd like to start off by saying thank you once again, hitting the 500 mark. If you've been watching these videos and you have not subscribed, please subscribe. It really is helping out. I'm hoping that we can hit the 1,000 mark by the end of this year. That would make 2020 better for me than what it's been, but that's another story. Now there have been changes. I have decided to try to make changes to things that I'm doing. So one thing I did was I ended up, I'm going to show you here. That's not it. There we are. I ended up getting an affiliation. So here, official artist channel. So what I have done, raise that one up a bit, it moved on me. What I have done is I've taken through CD Baby. You can do this with DistroKid as well if you have it, and you can affiliate your artist information with Apple Music, and then they will kind of join your account with your songs. So now you have control over your stuff on Apple not Apple Music, on YouTube. Now we all know that YouTube and GooglePlay are now going to merge at the end of this year. So this is kind of their way of saying, okay, well let's have the artists actually take ownership of their own work. So this is what it's done. So now you'll see, if you go to my site, you'll see yours might be different because I went a certain way and it always looks different. But you'll see you have albums and singles here. And so any songs I release will be listed along here. And then the rest of the videos. So you can see like my promo video, which I just did. You can see that. Now, I did this on Spotify, I did this on Amazon, and I did this on Apple. Now I did this last week. Everybody else was like pretty much within a half an hour. Yep, you're good. Apple, for some reason, they took a while, and it was the same process on each one. You kind of just go and you say, you search for your artist on their page and you say, this is who I am, and then they pull you up. So now if you go to Spotify, you'll see that this is just one of my, I've actually latched on to all three on them. With YouTube you can't do that, you can only do one. So I've done my Mike Foerster one because I thought, well, that's the one that's going to get pushed. That's the one that's going to get updated all the time. So as you can see now, it says verified artist. I was able to put a backdrop. I was quite excited about that because originally it was this picture here, the Christmas time at our house picture, and I'm like, I don't want that. So I got my old backdrop up here. I might do something different. I can change it now. So once again, I have complete control, and I have an about now. As you can see, I put my own little biography in there. Granted, I have nobody's made a playlist for me. I can add playlists. I have to see if I'm on any, and I can add them to this here. So that's another thing you can do. So it's given me more control. I don't have a related artist. I'm not sure. A lot of this stuff is not there yet, but the nice thing is it's coming. I can now do stuff, and I can now push and change my image, and I can do something with it, which is nice. I couldn't do that before. So now, like I said, I've done it with Apple too. I've done it with Amazon. I'm gonna do. I think at some point I'm gonna do a review of all of them and say, okay, this is what it does. This is how it works. Okay, so now let's get to what this video is truly about. It started with a friend of mine from Montreal asking, how do I use a DI box? What does it do? How do I use it? DI box is simple. There are many variations. There are some that are phantom powered. There's some like, this is just a standard DI box. It's nothing fancy. You can get better ones. You can get different ones. They come in various prices. I bought this one just because I wanted a DI box. And so we're going to do three things here. I'm going to show you, I'm going to talk about this in a second. I'm going to talk about doing a simulated DI box on your Tascam, and then I'm going to show you how to do another version of a simulated or even true version of a DI box on your Tascam. So because we have that ability. So once again, doing more with your Tascam, you have the ability. That's why I'm doing this. This is I have two hacks, and then I have the DI box. So we'll talk about this first. The way the DI box works is you have your input. So let's see if I can get it in somewhat. So in, out. So this is in parallel. So this is the one side, and this is the other side. So this is 1/4 inch guitar. So you plug your guitar in here, and then from here you go to your amp, and that's step one. So you're now pretty much doing your normal in out to an amp. Then you have the output. This will take your input from your guitar, and it will just send it into your mixer, or into your Tascam, or whatever you're using. Now, the nice thing about this is this is basically, and I'm going to say layman terms, this is as simple as you can get. It is simply a splitter. You're taking your one signal, you're splitting it into a guitar for a guitar amp, and then you're taking the other one and then going into your mixer. That's what you're doing. You're splitting your signal into two. Now you'll see it also has a switch on top. I'm not doing a gear review on this, but it has a switch on top that says ground and lift. That is in case you get hum. You would then click on it to, like if you have the ground on, you might get a hum. You get that little and then you switch it to lift, it should take it away. Now I find with these, if you're going to use a DI box, you have to always have it plugged in somewhere. So like all three plugs, inputs, outputs have to be filled. They have to have something in them. They have to be connected to something. Otherwise, you will get a hum, because I had that happen to me. So that's all this is. It's very simple to use. So then, yeah, you would then amp. You go to your amp on this, and then you'd mic your amp, and then have another direct line into your system from the amp with a microphone, or however you want to do it. So that's what the DI box does. Now let's talk about making a more using the virtual amp inside the system to do a DI box. So what we're going to do, we're going to switch over to our friend, this camera. I got 3 cameras set up today. This is going to be fun. So I'm going to move the microphone over so you can still hear me. So what we're going to do is first we're going to assign things. Now, I currently have, I'll just slide over. I don't know if you can see it, but H, as you know, has the guitar switch, and I have it on. See? So we're going to use that. That's going to be our that's going to be our guitar connection. So my guitar, which is sitting over here out of shot at the moment, is connected in there. So we're going to set up track 3. I'm going to just turn on record on both of these. So set up track 3. So I'm on track 3. I'm going to assign H. So now it has the guitar attached to it. I've got record on, so I hit the strum of the guitar. You can hear it. It's not loud, I know, but it's still there. Now we're going to do the same. This is one of the fun parts about the Tascams. The DP24, I'm assuming, can do this. The DP32 can do this. But you can take one channel and you can split it. Like I can assign it to all 8 tracks if I want. Now if I'm doing a stereo, I can only do 4. Well, because it considers when you click on a stereo, it considers it to be 2. So yeah, there's combinations of that. So like you could have 4 monos and one stereo, because that adds up to 8. Anything that adds up to 8 will work. So you can have 4 stereos on. That's neither here nor there. So, but you can do this. You can now say, I can go to track 7, So now we're on track 7, and I can connect it. So now both of them are on H. And I gotta do one change because I just realized something, because that's for the second part. So let's go to mixer on track 3. I don't want it doing that, so I'm gonna turn that off for now. Actually, you can stay on, but I'll turn it off for now. That's another story. So let's go back to where we were. So now I've assigned 3 and 7 to have the track. So now if I go home, and you can see got H on both. Hit the guitar. Yep, it's working. Now, what you can do is, let's go to track 7, and let's go into effects. Actually, first let's go to track 7, mixer, go over to insert effects, and now I've already got my thing set up the way I want it, so I'm not going to play with it. Let's see, select. So I've got this the way I want, so I'm not going to play with it because I am actually recording a song. So I'm showing this, and I'm going to be recording a song later today, I hope. So now hit it. There you go. So what I have now, and you can also see that track 7 is bounced up on sound. So what I have done, pick up guitar. I have track 3 is doing clean. I can show you that. I'll just unrecord 7. So track 3 is clean. That's my direct in, and track 7 is my electric. That's my amped one. So now you might be like, okay, well, that's great. So what that means is now I am recording. When I hit record, I'm not just recording the clean track. I'm recording both. And if I want to go back to the clean, I can just go back to I can use the clean. I can do a reamp, which I've shown how to do too. So that is. Let me just put that down. That is number 2. That's number 1 for DI hacks, using the internal amp. I think at some point I'm gonna play with the internal amp. We're gonna see, because a lot of people don't like the internal amp. They're like, I find it doesn't have a great sound, which, you know, perfectly fine. We're gonna do DI hack. We're gonna do direct input hack number 2 here now. All right. So let's see. First off, where am I here? Okay. First off, I'm going to leave record on them both because I'm going to use them anyways. So now we go to assign. We're going to turn off, let's see, channel 7. So we're just going to use track 3. Track 3 is right there. Now what I've done, hold on, here we go. Now we're in a completely different view here. So this is my mega amp. Just a little practice amp I have. I wanted this to be as close to me as possible. So what I have done here is I have it coming in, and it's coming in from effects 1. And then you remember from last time where track 3 I was fixing with that. It's coming in from effects 1, and I have my mic here, which is on track, which is coming through input. I had to check A. So I have my SM57 sitting here, and it's all coming through. I've already set all this up. This is just a test. It's not. Don't think I use this for recording. Of course, once again, I think you should try things like this because I believe that you should be trying to find different recording style, like different ways of recording. You can actually see my arm moving there if you look in the video. So we'll go back here. Oh, it's this one. There we go. If you look over in the corner. So, yeah, this is, like I said, this is mainly to show you how to do this. So let's go back to my, whoops, not me. Let's go back to the screen here. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing. Track 7 is now, we want the amp. So, or we want the microphone, I should say. So let's go to assign, and that is track A, so there. So now you see guitar is coming in from 3, and channel 7 or track 7 is now coming through A. So I've got that set up. And we can do a test to make sure the mic works. So just go up to the mic and there we go. It is working. Okay. So now we see that set up. Now right now, if I strum it, it's not doing anything. Of course, I haven't turned on the amp. Turn on the amp. Still not doing anything. So what we have to do, as you can hear, it's quite noisy. Now, if you are getting, you may get a hum, like from the amp. And to combat that, you will need to get a hum eliminator of some sort. I have a hum eliminator. It's not a very expensive one. It's a Behringer. I know people don't like the B word, but I said it. And but it works well. I've used it before. The other way you can do this is if you have a wireless system, that will work as well. I have my Shure wireless, guitar wireless, and it's beautiful for this kind of thing. And I use it all the time because it's just easier instead of having to drag cables all the way over into, 2 rooms over when I want to do an amp recording. So I am getting a bit of a hum, but I'm not going to worry about that because that's not part of this. So now we've assigned it. Now we go over to track 3 on the mixer. So we're on track 3, and we now go over to send, and we switch to pre. Why pre? Because then I can do whatever I want with track 3's channel, and it will not affect what's coming through. Now if you look, I've already set it to 127, so I'm getting full blast here. So strum the guitar. And now it's coming through. So if I take, like I said, now if I take track 3 down, I'll show you on the mixer. So we're going to go down. Track 3 is now off. Let's go back to here. Now you'll see it's still sending the signal through, which is what you want. So that's number 2. I keep saying 3, but it's not. You got 3 different ways. You got the DI box. You got the. So that's another way. So now I've got. Now once again, I am recording on track 3. I'm gonna turn this off now. I'm recording on track 3. I'm recording the clean guitar, so direct input. That's what we want. DI right there. And then track 7 is going to be would be the guitar amp, and it's all done through the Tascam. It's an easy way of doing it. If you don't have a DI box, try it. Like I said, you may need to get a hum eliminator. I'm not sure which one's more expensive. This is also a Behringer. Oh, this is the B word again. And yeah, like I said, there are many different DI boxes, and like they have different qualities. They work differently. They are, they do what you want. They do it well. That's what you want. That's how it works. And yeah, that's about it for today. I hope that helps you out. Once again, thank you for subscribing. We're getting there. It's moving forward. If you like this, please subscribe, please like, and I will talk to you later. Bye.